As we gather today, we are reminded of the strides we have made and the challenge that still lies ahead. Our collective efforts have brought us this far, and this is why we can gather in this manner. But there is still much work to be done. And I'm hoping that as we engage, we will clearly gauge that gap and the challenges that are before us. We must continue as women to push for policies that empower women economically, socially, politically, and otherwise. We must challenge the systemic barriers that hinder our progress, and we must stand united in our fight against exclusion and gender-based violence.
This was the call to action for the many women at the AfWID 2025 conference held in South Africa from the 27th to the 31st of January 2025. The conference brought together women leaders, policymakers and activists from diverse backgrounds to engage in discussions on critical issues on advancing gender equality, strengthening women's leadership and addressing key socio-economic and political challenges facing African women. Here is the CEO of the Women's Development Business Trust highlighting the impact of the movement on the lives of women.
Women have always been at the forefront of social movements, driving change in their communities and beyond. In most instances, their contributions are often overlooked. AfWID is about reclaiming the narrative, showcasing the leadership and resilience of African women across all spheres. It is time for us to recognize and harness this power of women. Women should not ask for permission to lead. They must embrace the fact that they are leaders and the backbone of a strong Africa.
Under the theme Women's Voice and Power as Change Agents, participants explored solutions to long-standing barriers hindering women's progress on the continent. Some women highlighted what this means to them and what impact they hope this would have on the empowerment of women.
AfWID as a movement gives all women an opportunity to come under one umbrella where we get to share experiences, learn, connect, network, and express our views. For us as a team, we want to focus on the youth and rural women, so that for the rural women, we intend to help them in skill training, such as soap making or anything within their community that can enable them grow.
As a change agent, to be able to effect the process of change, you must open the door, keep it open for others. We are going back home to mentor the young ones. Now, if we do not have any value, how do we add value to the ones we are going to mentor? Also, those who must be mentored should be ready to be mentored. There are times people who you think can be mentored are not ready to be mentored. I learned that the young ones are saying that we should guide them rather than imposing things on them. Yes, before you are guided, you need to understand certain things that will give you leverage, that will give you that independence you will need, that will give you the understanding that when the door is open, you can pass through it and also keep it open for someone. By so doing, the change process is ongoing.
And I go back home, I already deal with women. I deal with women, and I think this is very big. This is an opportunity for me to introduce to them what I have learned so far as a woman, to help them also to be able to equip themselves as women. It is a spiritual battle. What we are going through right now as people, as women, as mothers, is spiritually. You must be grounded.
It also saw women celebrate the richness and African diversity through their craft and entrepreneurial spirit. However, participants are expected to leave with a renewed commitment to advancing gender equality and pushing for tangible actions at the national and regional levels. Many here say the next step is ensuring that these discussions translate into real change. He is a member of the steering committee for AfWID 2025 and the regional coordinator for Anglophone West Africa.
The essence of AfWID is to bring all types of women together under one roof, where they speak what their problems are. And you know that when the individuals speak from a region, they are collectively talking about issues plaguing that particular region. So AfWID has given women from various regions voices to speak out issues plaguing them in their various regions. Whatever you learn here, you can go back home, implement in a way that it suits your own country and suits your region. However, we from the West African region, we are proposing that we have West African AfWID because we see that the problems affecting West Africa are largely the same. So if we come together, put our voices, I'm sure that we can find solutions to the peculiar issues affecting West African countries.